I think the first fight I won when I got married. Then I had 3 more children. I had to become a fighter again, and now I become the ultimate fighter as a grandfather.
Grandfather, yeah.
नहीं सही बात है, म्यूजिक इज इन माई ब्लड और
He sings very
So-
well, by the way.
या आपका गाना गवाए हैं इनसे.
आई कांट because I am
Because?
there are many, but what I will say is every day is a fighting day. Idea is to start enjoying it. Once you start enjoying being a fighter, then it becomes a game.
Somewhere I think I'm a fighter myself. Being a 16-year-old girl, coming from a different city, the Indian film industry where you absolutely don't know anyone, you're starting from scratch. Mental illness for me in 2014, and ever since then, I think every day it's a fight. Every day it's work.
Last time you had back-to-back hits, Jawan and Pathaan, so they're huge hits. So is the pressure more now when you're doing fighter? What are your expectations?
No, I mean, no pressure at all. In fact, when we were filming for Fighter, it's not like Jawan or Pathaan had released. So I don't think you make a film with the end result in mind. I think what you do is you choose your films with purpose. You want them to have an impact. You want to tell an amazing story. And you do your work with honesty, and I think everything else follows. Yes, it's been an incredible year, and I think we can only hope that that trend continues with Fighter, because I think what we've done is made this movie with a lot of love and a lot of honesty. And I think when you do that, the results are there for everyone to see.
Hi, Hrithik.
Hi.
You have always been a fighter. You have gone through a lot of ups and downs as far as physicalities are concerned. And
So his casting is right, that means.
Yeah.
In and as.
Yeah, doctors had advised you not to dance, not to fight, So when you look back now and to this date, how do you see the film? You are playing a fighter in this, and did you ever think of using a body double when doing fight scenes?
Okay, I felt very inspired when I read the script of Fighter. जब सिड मेरे पास आए थे, this is about some 7 years ago, we were discussing this film. I saw myself as the protagonist of the film very easily because of the kind of films he makes. I love such films. I think it is in my DNA, but it has been a long journey. When Sid came to me, I was a little hesitant because although it is a big scale, larger than life film, it is also very, very different to all the other larger than life films which I have done. And I was afraid. I was afraid because he was bringing an element of reality into this blockbuster structure, which was up until then not experienced. So my character Patty is not a Kabir, it is not a Krish, it is not one of those which are front-footed, in-your-face, larger-than-life heroes. This is a larger-than-life film in which I am playing a character. So I had to shift gears and say, okay, I'm the actor. I signed up to be an actor. I didn't sign up to be a star. I signed up to be an actor. I need to go back to my roots and be the actor in this film. हम सब actors जो हैं, ये इस film में एक रंग है, बस. He's the painter. He's made the painting. We are colors that he, and that's what I believe. I believe actors should be at the disposal of the director to be used as at his discretion. That is what we all have brought into the film as actors, because the vision is something that we all aligned with. We could see the dream. It is something that has never been done. So I was hesitant for a long, long time. And then, but he kept working on the script. So uske beech mein he came with some 13 more ideas, which I liked all. For someone like me who does not, give in easily, I liked all his ideas, but he was very, very convinced that this is a film that India, Hindi cinema has never tried. We have never tried this genre. It is a very, very difficult film to make a film which depicts the lifestyle of an Air Force pilot and the Air Force. We are representing the Air Force. I did one film like this called Laksh, and I hope that this has the same kind of impact. Although Laksh was a very, very based a lot in the authenticity and the reality, but I believe it lacked the commercialism that Sid brings in to all his films. So I think that we have hit the sweet spot with this. We've just recently seen the film, and I truly believe this is a must-watch.
Fingers crossed.
My question to Deepika, Hrithik and Anil sir. In the film you guys are playing fighter. In real life, anyone who you got to know who came across real life as a real fighter. If you can tell us about that.
In real life, I'm a fighter myself. I think the first fight I won when I got married. Became a fighter, becoming a husband. Then I had 3 more children. I had to become a fighter again. And now I become the ultimate fighter
As Rocky.
as a grandfather.
Grandfather, yeah.
So, so I'm a real fighter. And I'm still working. And I think if you, I think this also has been, I fought, became a fighter, when Sid narrated me this role of Rocky. And so obviously I didn't read the script, but he narrated to me, and I immediately said, I have to be part of this film. And then my fight was to become 45, 42 years old.
45.
45 years old.
You are 42. I had to increase your age to 45.
Increase my age to 45. So, that's what it is. So.
Have I come across fighters in my life? I'm surrounded by them. I see my dad's story, my grandfather's story. They're all amazing stories of going from having nothing to achieving their dreams. So I've been very fortunate.
Yes, I mean, I think a little bit of what both of them said. I think I'm surrounded, by fighters, and somewhere I think I'm a fighter myself. I think to navigate being a 16-year-old girl, coming from a different city, navigating a city like Mumbai, starting off my career as a model and then into the Indian film industry where you absolutely don't know anyone. You're starting from scratch. To work your way up, to learn from your mistakes, your failures, the criticism, and to get to a stage where you are today and to be sitting here, I think, yes. Thank you.
आप चारों के लिए एक क्वेश्चन है जो आपका रियल लाइफ में ऐसे कोई फेज आया जो आप चारों को फाइटर करना पड़ा ऐसा कोई फेज ऑफ लाइफ में कुछ फेज सिद्धार्थ को आपको
फिलहाल right now.
फिलहाल कोई phase that you had to become a fighter. I think in our line of work, I think we all have to become a fighter every day. Our line of work is such. जैसे मैं एग्जांपल देता हूँ, फॉर एग्जांपल मैं आजकल जो मेरे साथ हो रहा है, पिछले साल ही हमने पठान दी, which by God's grace सबने बहुत प्यार दिया, and it became what it was, and it opened the avenues for Hindi films again. It was coming at a time when boycott Bollywood एक phrase था जो बहुत popular था, and सब बोल रहे थे Hindi films are finished and South cinema is taking over the country, and Hindi picture कोई चल नहीं रही थी. And that time I was coming up with Fighter, and it was a little very nervous kind of a scenario when we were about to release Pathan exactly 1 year ago, and we were fighting through that कि यार लोग आएंगे हमारी पिक्चर देखने के लिए नहीं, और people have given up on Hindi films. That was the phase that we became fighters and reached out to you guys and showed I mean, we all showed the love to that film. It opened the floodgates for Hindi films again, and सब जानते हैं 2023 क्या हुआ, what it eventually became. Today, I'm back at that phase personally, where I'm again presenting a film in which we've all put in a lot of everyone works hard. But let me say that Fighter एक वो film है which is very unique because ये actually पहली picture है हिंदुस्तान की जहाँ पर मेरे end credits में 11,500 लोगों के नाम आएंगे. There are 11,500 people who have worked on this film. It's the maximum number of people who have worked in an Indian film. I might extend it in the world because we have 9 minutes of end scroll of people. So it's been a huge labor of love, sweat and blood sometimes for all of us. And we are all fighters, fought through it. And एक ऐसी scale की picture हम आपके पास ला रहे हैं जो हिंदुस्तान ने कभी देखी नहीं है. So we are fighters again today.
I think we're all faced with challenges in our lives, and I think, but if I really had to pick one, I feel mental illness for me in 2014, and ever since then, I think every day it's a fight. Every day it's work, you know. So I think that moment for me in my life really changed a lot of things for me, and yeah, I think that for me was a defining moment in my life.
There are many, but what I will say is I enjoy it. I really believe that we all have that spirit in us. आप में भी है, मुझ में भी है, हम सब में है. Otherwise you would not be here. Every day, हर दिन comes with a set of problems. Every day is a fighting day. Idea is to start enjoying it. Once you start enjoying being a fighter, then it becomes a game. You know, then you want to like pass that level and go on to the next difficulty level, so you get better at the game and better at the game. So every film is a new fight. Every film is taking the difficulty level a little higher. और उसमें मजा आता है. If you are a fighter, you will enjoy that. And I think that is what we all have enjoyed. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. कि Fighter जैसी film, which is you know taking us beyond the boundaries that we have been accustomed to, is in my life, that I got that chance. And I won't talk about all the physical hard work and the mental hard work that I have done for the film, because everybody does that. We all do it. What I would like to say is that I'm grateful for the opportunity that I got a chance to put another fight up. And yeah, it feels damn good.
I think where my professional, I think everybody knows, I don't want to repeat it. And, you know, I just can say that after spending more than 45 years in this business, so, you know, to be relevant, to sitting here with Sid, सिद्धार्थ के साथ यहाँ बैठना, दीपिका जी के यहाँ साथ बैठना, ऋतिक के साथ बैठना और इनके साथ काम करना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है. हर साल मेहनत और करनी पड़ती है ताकि आप यंगस्टर्स जो हैं, आपको ऑडियंस में भी एक्टर्स, टेक्नीशियंस, जर्नलिस्ट, even they should have, you know, so I have to keep on constantly fighting that I'm excited, I'm enjoying, and they are also enjoying working with me, speaking to me, asking me questions, and the audience also is excited to see me on screen. And to do that again and again and again for more than 4 decades is a big fight.
ऋतिक, आपसे एक सवाल अलग से इसलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ क्योंकि हर कोई आपके लुक्स, आपके फिटनेस और फाइटिंग स्पिरिट को देखने की बात करता है. आपकी म्यूजिक सेंस की बात करना चाहती हूँ. आपके खानदान में है भाई.
जी
हिंदी
ऐसे में आपको एक रियलिटी शो में भी देखा था जहाँ बहुत डूब गए थे कि बच्चे बहुत अच्छा गा रहे
हाँ.
थे. शेयर समथिंग एंड फेवरेट सॉन्ग जो उस समय किसी ने गाया था.
Oh,
To sing a song now.
no, I don't think she's asking that. Don't put that thought in her
Said
head.
that. You didn't hear that part of it.
After him, then you have to sing.
नहीं, सही बात है. Music is in my blood और म्यूज़िक से मुझे इंस्पिरेशन मिलता है. I really enjoy. मैं हमेशा सोचता हूँ कि अगर एज एन एक्टर मैं अगर चलता नहीं तो I would have really loved to be involved in music as a singer or something.
He sings very
So-
well, by the way.
या आपका गाना गवाए हैं इनसे.
So, as I was saying, music for me, music is life. It is the only medium जिसके through you can transport yourself to any emotion that you want at that point. So, music is very important. और मेरे हिसाब से म्यूजिक का जो एक मियास्ट्रो बोलो या किंग बोलो, वो हमारे साथ ही है यहाँ पर, जिनका नाम है सिड आनंद. ये अपनी फिल्म्स में इफ यू सीन ऑल हिज फिल्म्स, राइट फ्रॉम हिज सॉन्ग्स टू द बैकग्राउंड स्कोर, ही इज सो इन्वॉल्व्ड in the music of his films, and that is something that I can completely rely on, क्योंकि मैं जानता हूँ कि सिड का जो म्यूजिक सेंस है, that is one of the best I've seen in my journey.
Wow.
कोई फेवरेट गाना आपको सुनने में मिला?
फेवरेट सारे जो हमारी फिल्म में हैं, एक गाना है जिसका नाम है मिट्टी, वो मेरा फेवरेट सॉन्ग है. काश मैं उसे गा पाता, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई कांट. Because because I honed my skills as an actor, not as a singer. I wish I had, but yeah.
दीपिका, आपसे जानना चाहती हूँ, जब ये looks की बात आती है 10 on 10, personality 10 on 10,
Wow.
everything is beautiful.
I should have brought my parents here for this report card.
10 on 10.
लेकिन जब यूनिफॉर्म पहनते हैं तो certainly personality में बहुत changes आते हैं. पहली बार जब वर्दी आपके तन पर आई, तब वो पहली फीलिंग अगर आप शेयर करना चाहें.
I mean, obviously you feel extremely proud. मुझे याद है हम सब असम में थे और पहला जो स्केड्यूल हुआ था हमारा, हम असम में शूट किया था. लगभग आई थिंक 10-15 या 20 दिन के लिए हम लोग वहाँ थे.
जी.
एंड दैट इज़ अ लाइव एक्टिव एयरबेस. तो फिल्म को वहाँ से उस पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन से स्टार्ट करना आई थिंक वाज अ ग्रेट डिसीजन ऑन सिड्स पार्ट. नाउ अब वो इंटेंशनली किया या था या बाय फ्लूक, द पॉइंट इज आई थिंक इट गेव अस दैट टोन,
The pitch.
the pitch, the real aircrafts are there, the real fighters are there. उनके परिवार वाले वहाँ होते हैं. So I think to engage with all of them, we were all eating in the same mess. We were living in their quarters, playing badminton with them. And I think just to see it up close and personal, literally every 5 minutes you can hear a Sukhoi taking off. There's not much information we can share because that's an experience from a live airbase. But I think to constantly at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, constantly, whatever you're doing, you're hearing these aircrafts take off. और हमारे साथ भी fighters थे who were specifically assigned for us. Costume कैसे पहनते हैं? What is your body language? How do you salute? How do you walk? How do you sit? How do you stand? How do you fly the plane? How do you fly a chopper? Obviously extremely valuable inputs, not just for the role that you're playing, but also as a human being. I think we've all learned so much.
सिद्धार्थ आनंद जी से मेरा सवाल है. पहला सवाल तो ये है कि ज़्यादातर डायरेक्टर्स हैं वो मतलब आते हैं पर्दे के सामने, पर्दे के पीछे तो काम करते ही हैं, लेकिन पर्दे के सामने भी करते हैं, एक्टर एंड या जो भी एक्टर्स हैं, मतलब डायरेक्टर्स हैं, लेकिन आप कभी भी नहीं आए.
पोटेंशियल तो है भैया,
मैं
पोटेंशियल है. हर साल मैं उनको बोलता हूँ कि अब टाइम आ चुका है.
आपको आती नहीं होगी.
नहीं, मैं एक काम ठीक से कर लूँ मेरे पर्दे के पीछे वाला, तब आगे सोच भी पाऊंगा. बट वो आई थिंक वो मेरा स्फीयर है ही नहीं. आई थिंक मैं अभी तक सीख रहा हूँ कैमरे के पीछे कैसे पिक्चर बनाते हैं. आई एम अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ सिनेमा एंड मेरा कोई शौक नहीं है एक्चुअली, ना ही मेरा कोई टैलेंट है ना हुनर है. सो आई थिंक ये माइस्ट्रोज हैं यहाँ पर, दिग्गज हैं. तो मुझे एटलीस्ट मैं अपने स्फीयर में कुछ अच्छा कर लूँ rather than being a jack of that trade, I'd rather be the master of mine.
कि आपने अच्छा तो किया ही है, इतनी सारी गिफ्ट्स भी है।
हाँ अब हो गया, आ जा।
पठान के टाइम पे आप लोग बहुत टेंशन में थे,
अभी भी है।
लेकिन अभी थोड़ा सा कूल लग रहा है, मतलब माहौल पहले से तो काफी कूल लग रहा है।
आई थिंक जैसे अभी एक्चुअली माहौल अच्छा है हमारी हिंदी फिल्मों का, एंड अभी सब अभी अब कोविड भी उतर गया है, सब कुछ एक्चुअली नॉर्मल हो गया है। आई थिंक नर्वसनेस बहुत बहुत लेवल्स पे थी तब, एंड अभी ऑडियंसेस बाहर आ रहे हैं, एंजॉय कर रहे हैं हिंदी पिक्चरें, एक फेस्टिव एटमोसफियर है आजकल, और इनफैक्ट अभी रिपब्लिक डे भी आ रहा है, एंड दिस फिल्म एकदम सिंक में है, पेट्रियाटिज्म का फ्लेवर है पिक्चर का, और ऑल ऑफ अस आर प्राउड टू बी इंडियंस टुडे मोर देन एट एनी पॉइंट एल्स इन आवर लाइव्स, और दिस पिक्चर रिप्रेजेंट्स दैट। एक अच्छा माहौल है। आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट टाइम फॉर फाइटर टू कम आउट एंड फॉर पीपल टू गो वॉच फाइटर इन थिएटर्स।
मेरा ये आखिरी सवाल था कि इसमें बेस्ट मोमेंट क्या था 2.5 साल की आपकी मेरे ख्याल में बनने में 2.5 साल लगे, शायद 2.5 साल।
पिक्चर की मेकिंग में द बेस्ट मोमेंट आज सुबह था जब पिक्चर कंप्लीट हो गई थी। कि मैं जब सुबह उठा, मेरे को पता चला कि मुझे कहीं जाना नहीं है स्टूडियो में कुछ चेक करने के लिए, तो मैं थोड़ा आराम कर सकता था, पेपर पढ़ सकता था, तो वो मेरा बेस्ट मोमेंट था, कॉफी और पेपर आज।
तो मुझे जानना था कि सबसे बेस्ट मोमेंट इस 2.5 साल में और सबसे मतलब मुश्किल मोमेंट जब आपको लगा कि अब बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो रही है।
एक्चुअली यू नो मुश्किल मोमेंट्स तो सेट पे रोज़ होते हैं हमारे, एंड हमारे सेट पे एक्चुअली होते हैं कुछ 400-500 लोग, एंड इतना मैनेज करना, रोज़ सुबह पहुंचना, बारिश हो रही है, धूप नहीं आई, धूप आ गई, क्लाउड आ गया, परमिशन नहीं मिली, कैमरा फेल हो गया, लाइट नहीं आई, जनरेटर ऑफ हो गया, तो रोज़ हमारी कुछ दिक्कतें होती हैं, एंड एवरी डे ऑन अ सेट इज वे यू हैव टू कम अप विद सॉल्यूशंस, बट आई थिंक जब पिक्चर खत्म होती है वो सब बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं मोमेंट्स, बट रोज़ जब जाते हो बहुत स्ट्रेस होता है, एंड यू लुक बैक इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल फीलिंग मेकिंग द फिल्म।
Hi Siddharth, this is Deepika from India.
हाउ आर यू बाला?
Good, great. Waiting for fighter.
मी टू।
Okay, so you know, in all your films, you have been upping the scale and action.
जी।
Would you consider a fighter to be your most challenging film in terms of action, one, and B, because it is aerial action? So you know, planning, execution, double design, what's that? Would it take a lot more effort, research, etc. in action, aerial action?
So I'll give you a small example. I think in terms of action, obviously starting with Bang Bang, my endeavor has always been to, if you're doing any piece of action, it has to have an X factor, no matter what it is. I'll give you an example. For example, in Bang Bang, we had a chase from the island where Hrithik and Katrina's character escaped from the island. It was written, it's a speedboat chase. And I said, yaar, ye to har picture mein dekha hai yaar. So I told my team, I'm not doing a speedboat chase. मुझे कुछ ideas चाहिए that makes it different. That's when we came about with the flyboard thing, which was very unique, and that led to a lot of unique things in his life.
Yeah, it was literally mind blowing.
Mind blowing. So yeah, so I had someone like him who said, I will do the flyboard stunt myself, when we had a specialist from Australia to do that. That's him, which you have to control him on the set. So coming back to that, so to try and do a different thing every time. Then in War, we had a climatic car chase. I said, yeah, I want to do this in the Arctic, where no film has shot a car chase. I don't want to do a car chase on the street. So we went to the Arctic, found a frozen lake, found cars and wheels and tires that can take that traction, and shot a magnificent car chase on that. Pathan, we did some incredible stuff in terms of action and took it a step beyond what we had done previously. Then I kind of reached a saturation that now what to do? We've done everything on the ground, sea and water, and that's when we thought that why don't we take the action to the skies? And we thought of this aerial sequences here, which I think when you see, you will engage with. There's a story in each action. That is important, to get a story in the action. You can see car chases, you can see bike chases. If there is no story within that action, you are not engaged. कि क्या हो रहा है यार action में? So that is a tough part to do in the aerial action over here, to make everyone over here understand क्या हो रहा है plane में. वरना आप देखोगे अच्छा plane ऐसे जा रही है, swish planes जा रही हैं, but actually there's a story and you will understand it, you will be engaged. that was the toughest part actually, to find that storytelling in the action. And obviously then executing is another whole ball game. But I think I don't talk about the tough part because you're supposed to do it, it's your job. So what tough part I will not discuss, but just the fact to find the story in action is what I do every time in any action film of mine. That we just don't get carried away कि यार car chase है ice पे, उसमें भी story थी. Each beat is crafted ताकि you're engaged, वरना it will feel long. So that's it.
और इस फिल्म का जो एक्शन है, I would suggest please do watch it in 3D.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Experience is something else.
Oh yeah. So this action was designed for 3D. Each beat is designed for 3D. So जब आप देखेंगे, you will be immersed कि आप cockpit पे बैठे हैं, and that is our guarantee. You will feel engaged, immersed जब आप देख रहे हैं, and you will feel the experience of a roller coaster. So hope I get feedback on that.
आप चारों से ही जानना चाहूंगी, हालांकि बहुत निजी भावना है, लेकिन देशभक्ति को आप लोग किस तरीके से डिफाइन करते हैं? आप लोगों के लिए क्या है? कौन सी ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं जो रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में ऐसे करते हैं आप, क्या कर पाते हैं?
I think हम all of us, I think if I may speak on their behalf, all of us, हम लोग सब देशभक्त हैं. We all love our country. Just the fact, ये जर्नी जो हमने ली फाइटर की, आई थिंक इट्स नॉट प्योरली कि यार एक अच्छी पिक्चर है, कमर्शियल पिक्चर है. हम सबको एक मौका मिला टू शो आवर लव, आवर पैशन फॉर व्हाट वी फील. हम लोग अपनी देशभक्ति अपने स्लीव पे पहनते नहीं हैं, बट हम दिल में रखते हैं हम सब. एंड एक ट्रिब्यूट है टू एवरीबडी इन द फोर्सेज. अब फोर्सेज में हम जब गए थे एयर बेस पे, देख रहे थे कि उन लोगों ने अपनी जिंदगी हैव डिवोटेड टू द सर्विस ऑफ द कंट्री. एंड यू सी दैट उनको रिटर्न में उतना कुछ नहीं मिलता जो अगर वो मेहनत कहीं बाहर करते. बट देयर इज दैट पैशन फॉर द कंट्री. दे वेयर दैट फ्लैग ऑन देयर स्लीव विद अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ट. एंड दैट इज अ स्मॉल वे टू पे अ ट्रिब्यूट टू ऑल दोज पीपल who do that, army में हो, navy में हो, air force में हो. And that I could see in their eyes that they spent a lot of time, बहुत वक्त गुजारा उन्होंने उन लोगों के साथ. दिन भर सुबह से लेकर रात तक हम उठते थे, ब्रेकफास्ट उनके साथ होता था. जब वो जाते थे ब्रीफिंग रूम में, हम होते थे उनके साथ ब्रीफिंग रूम में. वो जाते थे प्री चेक्स के लिए, फ्लाइट्स के लिए हम लोग होते थे वहाँ पर. सो वी लिव्ड देयर लाइफ. एंड इन्होंने कभी वो नहीं उनको लगा कि ये बड़े स्टार्स हैं, जो हैं बड़े स्टार्स ये सब. But they became one, and which is something in a small way a tribute for them. Give joy to their families. उनके family से मिले. We had some lovely evenings with उनके बच्चों के साथ, उनके परिवार के साथ. So in a small way they showed their love for the country and the countrymen and people who give their lives for the country by engaging with them. And now to make a film like Fighter, which talks about their bravery, उनकी बहादुरी पे. So I think in their way is a small way to tribute, to show their patriotism and their deshbhakti.
How do you express your views about being a star and an actor? आप लोग सब
देखो, मैंने जब काम करना शुरू किया तो बस मुझे नौकरी चाहिए थी, काम चाहिए था. इसलिए मैंने छोटे छोटे रोल से अपना करियर शुरू किया. फिर छोटे छोटे रोल किए. उसके बाद यहाँ मुंबई में काम नहीं मिल रहा था, तो फिर मैंने तेलुगु फिल्म की, फिर कन्नड़ा फिल्म की, फिर मुझे हिंदी फिल्म में काम मिला. तो मैंने तो कभी सोचा ही नहीं था, मुझे तो सिर्फ काम चाहिए था. फिर मुझे काम मिलना शुरू हो गया. तो काम मिलना शुरू किया तो फिर मैंने स्क्रिप्ट सुनी, किरदार सुने, अच्छे अच्छे डायरेक्टर्स के साथ, अच्छे अच्छे राइटर्स के साथ काम करने का मौका मिला. अच्छी लीडिंग लेडीज़ के साथ काम करने का मौका मिला. और मेरे किरदार, मैं जहाँ भी जाता था मुझे कभी कोई अनिल कपूर नहीं बोलता था, मुझे हमेशा किरदार के नाम से बुलाते हैं. तो मैंने जब भी कोई फिल्म की है तो मैं बोला यार कब मुझे अनिल कपूर बोलेंगे. जब जाता हूँ कोई बोलता है मिस्टर इंडिया, कोई बोलता है मुन्ना, कोई बोलता है लक्कन, कोई बोलता है मजनू भाई, सो आई जस्ट. और जैसे हाल ही में फिल्म रिलीज़ हुई है एनिमल, उसमें लोग मुझे अनिल कपूर नहीं बोलते, बलबीर सिंह बोलते. उसमें एक 62 साल के रणबीर के फादर का रोल कर रहा हूँ मैं. तो मैं तो सिर्फ एक्टर बनना चाहता, गलती से स्टार भी बन गया, क्योंकि वो मैं नहीं बना, क्योंकि किरदार इतने पॉपुलर हुए हैं कि वो उस वजह से, वो किरदार की वजह से, वो डायरेक्टर्स की वजह से, जो लिखत थी फिल्म की, जिनके साथ मैंने काम किया. तो मुझे यूसुफ साहब के साथ काम करने का मौका मिला. तो यूसुफ साहब के साथ काम करना ही, मैं एक छोटे से एक्टर को उनके साथ नसीरुद्दीन शाह, दिलीप यूसुफ साहब, दिलीप कुमार साहब, वो 7 दिन अगर नसीरुद्दीन शाह साहब काम नहीं करते उस फिल्म में, या पद्मिनी कोल्हापुरी हाँ नहीं करती उस फिल्म के लिए, तो शायद लोग मुझे वो फिल्म देखने ही नहीं जाते। तो उनकी वजह से मैं थोड़ा सा एक्सेसिबल और ट्रेडेबल और सेलेबल जैसे कहते हैं वो हो गया। फिर मशाल मिली। तो कभी कभी ये होता है कि आप सोच के नहीं आते कि आप स्टार बनने वाले हैं। वो ऊपर वाले की, आप लोगों की एक ब्लेसिंग होती है, क्योंकि हमारे इस देश में और पूरी दुनिया में इतने लोग हैं, हमसे भी टैलेंटेड हैं, हमसे भी खूबसूरत हैं, हमसे भी ज़्यादा मेहनती हैं, और ये कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है कि ऊपर वाले का आशीर्वाद है कि आप एक्टर भी बन गए और लोगों ने आपको स्टार भी बना दिया। तो दिस इज़ माई टेक अवे। आई फील ब्लेस्ड, आई फील वेरी फॉर्चुनेट।
मेरे अंदर एक्चुअली देर इज ऑलवेज टग ऑफ वॉर. I really, really enjoy being an actor. I really feel like I am still aspiring to be better every single day. मेरा काम acting है, and I enjoy that process. I enjoy, getting deep into the character, questioning myself, ढूंढना कि इस किरदार के motivations क्या हैं और क्यों हैं. वो जो काम है वो मेरा काम है. स्टारडम मेरा काम नहीं. स्टारडम आई थिंक इज समथिंग दैट हैज़ बीन अ गिफ्ट दैट हैज़ बीन बिस्टोर्ड अपॉन मी, अस. इट इज़ बीन बिस्टोर्ड, उसके लिए आई एम थैंकफुल, लेकिन इट इज़ नॉट समथिंग दैट एम्पावर्स मी. मेरा जो एम्पावरमेंट है वो मिलता है कि मैंने एक अच्छा शॉट दिया है, मेरा जो डायरेक्टर है वो खुश हुआ है. I have delivered as an actor. When I deliver as an actor, I feel I sleep well. Stardom can sometimes become a burden. तो वो मैं सीख रहा हूँ मैं कि how to turn this burden into gratitude and to say thank you and just leave it at that.
I think for me, the most exciting part is what you then do with the stardom. One is that you've received it, and one is that you worked hard for it or you've been given it. But I find what you do with stardom
True.
the most exciting part of this phase in my journey. Just adding on to what they said. She's asking you also.
The biggest star, the biggest star, the maestro.
How do you deal with stardom and being a director?
I think ये false note है.
Bang Bang, Pathaan.
Correct.
I think there is nothing called. I'm not even anywhere close to what आप जो मुझे इज्जत दे रही हैं. But I would just say that any success that I've achieved allows me to make the film I want to. That is the only takeaway from that, if you call it stardom, is I'm a storyteller. और मैं जो कहानी बोलना चाहता हूँ मैं वो उसी प्योरिटी से मैं बोल पाता हूँ without any pressures कि यार तुझे ये करना चाहिए. Because I think जब आप एक फेज में होते हैं as a director, you can be dictated whether it is the production house, the studio or the actors, कि आप उनको cater कर रहे हैं. कि now that allows me a voice that I can use and reach out to the audience exactly what I want to do. So I only use it for that, कि मैं अपनी कहानी बोल पाऊँ. That's the stardom I would define it as.